Guys, so we're going to be talking about 5 marital errors that sound true but is not actually true. My name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, your #1 relationship therapist in Africa. And if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, click the link, comment, like and share. 5 marital errors that actually seem true but is not actually true. Number 1, soulmate. You see, that word soulmate is a misconception and an error. A lot of people have been built to think that there is somebody that is meant for them. There is a soulmate that is meant for you somewhere. There is a man that is made for you. There is a woman that is made for you. That is a marital error. Nobody is made for you. Nobody is made for you. That thing people are calling soulmate is when you find what is called friendship, when you find like minds, when you find people who think the way you do, when you find people who are able to understand you even before you talk, when you find people who are able to listen and able to connect to you. The only time somebody can be your soulmate is when they pay attention to you. When people pay attention to you, they will study you like a book. They have your user manual. Before you get angry, they know what gets you angry. They know what is going to get you worked up and they avoid it. For you to be able to get to that soulmate point, you need to have taken your time to have studied somebody. It doesn't just happen. It's not magic. It's not God building somebody that has studied you from heaven. No, you are the one that is going to find somebody. You guys are going to understand each other. You guys are going to pay attention to each other and build that soulmate ship. The meaning of soulmate simply means you understand my soul. You have studied me. You know my do's and my don'ts. You know those things that are going to get me upset. You know those things that are going to get me worked up. You know those things that are going to get me angry. And you try as much as possible not to do it. And even if you do it, you try so hard to apologize and not to repeat it again. That is the meaning of soulmate. So soulmate doesn't mean that there is one man meant for you, or there is one woman meant for you somewhere. You know, most of you, when you go to your churches or you go to your prayer house, they tell you that there is this man God has built for you, there is this woman God has built for you. All those things are just illusions and lies. It's a lie. Nobody is meant for anybody. You get into people's life, you study them, you learn them, you pay attention to them. It's like your children, it's like your kids. If you're a mother and you're watching this video, you're a father and you're watching this video, you notice that mothers tend to bond more with their children. Mothers tend to know their children more than fathers, because a lot of mothers pay attention to their children. There's some certain thing to tell that this your child did, you say is a lie. Is this one that can do it? Now this one will feed you. You can predict most of your children when you pay attention to them. So that's the meaning of having a soulmate in your life. So that is number 1 misconception. Nobody is a soulmate. You build soulmate from scratch. Soulmate is the meaning friendship of. Number 2, marriage makes you happy. That is an error. An error that sounds like the truth but is not actually true. It seems like the truth but it's not actually true. Marriage doesn't make anybody happy. Nah. If you're married and you're watching this video, you can testify. Marriage doesn't make anybody happy. Happiness is your state of mind. Happiness is what you choose to do with yourself. It's just for an instant right now. Someone can actually get you angry, very angry, but you choose to laugh, but you choose to smile. It doesn't mean that somebody did not get you upset. Because you are smiling doesn't mean that everything around you is well. Because sometimes when people see that you're happy, you're jovial, they think that your life is perfect. Example, most of the people that are actually comedians, people who make you laugh, most of the comedians who make you laugh have their private lives are so miserable. Some of them are not happy, some of them they don't have money, but they come and make you laugh. It's a choice, it's a state of mind. I can decide to say, even if things are not going on well with me, I just want to be happy. I will find a good reason to be happy. Now, we say happiness is a state of mind because you are the one that is going to look for a reason to be happy. Even if you're having a bad day or you have 80 things that are getting you unhappy, 20 things are going to be making you happy. You can decide to channel your energy in that 20 things that you're fulfilled in. You cannot fail in everything. Sometimes a lot of you can actually have 25 things. 20 things are making you happy. 5 things are not making you happy. You channel your energy to those 5 things that are not making you happy. But you have 20 things you can channel your energy on and it makes you happy. So it's a state of mind. Now in marriage right now, because people feel that marriage can make them happy, when they are in marriage, they channel their energy on their husband. That is where you see a lot of men and a lot of women become insecure. You channel your energy on your wife. You want to know what your wife is doing. You want to know where she's going. You want to know how she's eating. You want your husband. You are insecure. It simply means you have left every other thing that is supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to channel your energy and start to focus on a man and on a woman. And that's what makes a lot of marriages damage. Marriage is not just about you and your husband. Marriage is about your kids, your home, your extended family, your job, yourself. Because for you to be married and be sane, you need to take care of yourself. If you cannot take care of yourself, if you are not happy inside, there's no way you can make a man happy or you can make a woman happy. Some of you are not happy inside. You are unhappy inside. That's why there is nothing you do that comes out well. So most times you will leave yourself and be pursuing somebody else. You are not happy. You want to make somebody else happy. No. The problem is most of you focus so much on the word marriage. You focus so much on the title marriage. You forget that in this marriage, there are other things that also makes up marriage. It's not just your husband. It's not just your children. It's not just an extended family. There are also beautiful. There are also many beautiful things around this marriage that you can channel your mind to make yourself happy. But no, it's just your husband. It's just your wife. That's the reason why many of you are unhappy. You have to work on your state of mind. Unlearn that thing that they told you that marriage makes you happy, because some of you are actually rushing into marriage because you want to be happy. No, marriage is just a title. That thing is just a title. It is what you do inside the marriage that builds happiness, that brings happiness. That title marriage is so overrated. It is not the marriage that makes you happy. It is what you do inside the marriage. You are the marriage. That's the reason why this couple can be happy and this couple will not be happy. What is making them happy or unhappy is not the marriage. It is what they are doing in the marriage. So you need to unlearn. You guys overrate the title and underrate the things you do under the title. Remember, if they give you a title, there are actually obligations that come with that title. For you to be a king, there are obligations that come with being a king. If you are not able to meet that obligation, they will take away that title from you. They will remove your crown. So most of you focus so much on the crown, not the obligation that come with the crown. That's why sometimes you can be a king for 1 year, 2 years. But if you want your kingship to be extended, or you want your title to be extended, now you have to put in work and do the obligation that comes with the title. But some of you know, all you want is the title. The obligation does not consist. Let me just marry. So that is the problem. So it is not marriage that makes you happy. It is the things that you do in the marriage that actually makes you happy. And remember, I said it doesn't have to be your husband or your wife. There are other things around marriage that you can be doing to keep yourself happy until your husband and wife come around. Look for other things. Look for your passion. And that's why we tell a lot of men and women to be independent. Get a life outside marriage. Get a career outside marriage. Don't center your life around marriage. Get something that can keep your body and your soul busy aside from marriage. Marriage is just part of your life. It is not your life. With or without marriage, you can move on. So it's a process of your life. It's a beautiful process of your life, but it's not what makes you live. Marriage is not the air you breathe. So with or without marriage, you're going to be breathing, you're going to be alive, you're going to be eating. Marriage is not sickness. Doesn't mean, oh, when I'm not married, I have some sort of sickness, or I have HIV, or I have cancer, or I have diabetes. No. So you need to unlearn that stuff that marriage makes you happy. No, it doesn't make you happy. The title just gets you excited. Most times it is the excitement of having the title. Hey! Just like when they're giving you a title in the village, Chief Odogu 1, Law 1 is just a title. When they tell you to come for village meeting now, you say you don't have time, but you were so happy to be answering Law 1. When they tell you to come and attend village meeting once in a week, you say, oh, I'm traveling out. So we need to focus more on the obligation of marriage than the title. What are we doing there? So marriage making you happy is an error. If you've ever learned that, please unlearn it, drop it. It doesn't make you happy, except when you get into the marriage, you will be disappointed. A lot of you watching this video that are married are actually disappointed because you thought marriage made you happy, right? Aren't you? Number 3. Errors that sound true about marriage but are not actually 3. Number 3 is endure marriage. Nope. Nobody endures marriage. Unlearn it. Unlearn it. It sounds true, but it's not true. You cannot endure marriage. Endurance comes in when you cannot change something. You endure the things you don't have the power to change. And most of the things people are asking you to endure during marriage are attitudes, are character that people learn. Example, anger. Somebody will tell you that my husband is naturally angry. My wife is not. That's how she is. That's a lie. Anger is a learned habit. You can unlearn it. That's the reason why your husband that have anger issues does not take that his anger issues to a certain place. He knows where to respect himself. He doesn't take it to his office. He doesn't take it to his boss. He doesn't take it to the bank. He doesn't take it to the hospital. When he gets to a certain place, he'll be patient. There are some men that when they get to their houses, they're shouting, "Where's my food? Where's my food?" They are screaming at their wives. Their wives are running head-to-head. These same men will go to fast food, will go to restaurants and wait for 45, 30 minutes and be gisting, and be eating granuts, and be eating small chops while they are waiting for the meal. Yes, I've been to a restaurant where we waited for 50, 55 minutes. And I actually asked my man that day, because he's somebody that used to claim he has anger issues. I told him, "Baby, how come you could wait 55 minutes for a food without even..." If I was even the one that was not complaining. He said, "Baby, don't worry, they are taking their time. But if he's at home, he'll be upset that I was supposed to make the food before he came now." And I'm like, if I make the food, it could get cold. I don't want to come and start microwaving. I want to make it fresh. I told him, you could be patient for 55 minutes. And this food I want to make for him doesn't even take up to 55 minutes. Because I would have done everything before he's coming. And he's like, "Baby, it's true." Now you see that anger is a learned act. Yes, it's because we tolerate it, it's because people have told us to endure it. Now, this word endurance has birthed so many bad attitude. A lot of our husbands and our wives have become who they are, have become narcissists, toxic, because of the things that we have endured. We have been built, we have been channeled to endure. Endure anger, that is how it is. That is not how it is. Every attitude and character that we have today are things that we learned either in our environment, how we grew up, our parents. We cannot learn it. So anybody that is telling you to endure marriage, be you a man, be you a woman, that is an error. That is a no. You don't endure marriage. There is nothing like endure. I'm going to rather say tolerate. Tolerance simply means I'm giving you time to change. And while I'm giving you time to change, I'm going to be complaining about the things that you're doing, giving you the time to change. Complaining bets change. I'm complaining about something and you love me. It simply means you want to change. That is what it is. So we need to know the difference between endurance and tolerance, so that we know where to build the gap and where to press the stop button.